behold how I play the one and only Gran Turismo 4. I'm running the PCS X2 emulator. Personally, I don't like how close the chase cam is, so I go to the in-game options menu, disable controller 1 and enable controller 2, then press L1 and up, L2 and down, R1 and left, R2 and right, and start twice, which unlocks a secret menu where I set overscan to 0.65. Now the chase cam is looking more how I prefer it, but forewarning, this will also increase the FOV for all other cams. Next, I set the renderer from my usual of Vulkan to DirectX 12. This is because with Vulkan, I didn't get a stable 60 FPS and it was having massive slowdown in car selection screens. Yeah, not gonna fly. Next, I bumped the original resolution of 640 by 448 up 8x to 5120 by 3584. However, you'll notice the game is still really blurry, particularly in the distance. Let's fix this. Go to graphics display and enable anti-blur. Then in game properties, graphics rendering, enable manual hardware fixes, which opens up the upscaling fixes tab. Enable align sprite, merge sprite, and the wild arms hack. Then for X, put 385, and for Y, put 187. Now the image looks much clearer and what you'd expect at this high of a resolution. At this point, you're playing arguably the best racing game of all time in 4K 60 FPS, which is awesome, but we can give it more sauce. Next, I download GTA 4 Retexture by GTA Fan and Haters BBY, as well as the GT4 UI Texture Pack by Silent Warrior. Place them in a folder named the game's serial number, and place that folder in the emulator's Load Textures folder, then enable Load Textures. Now we are running 4K upscaled high-definition textures. These are most apparent in the UI and menus, as they have been redone for a 16:9 aspect ratio, which fixes the stretching. Cars in the garage will look shockingly good, almost next-gen-ish, but at high speed on the track, the difference honestly is mostly minor. Lastly, I use the built-in emulator options to adjust the contrast and color levels just ever so slightly. Now, if you're about to comment the original didn't look as blurry or pixelated as shown here, before you do that, please refer to my pinned video that covers the basics of resolution, pixel density, viewing distance, CRT TVs versus modern displays, and literally shows you how the footage is captured and cropped and zoomed to fit the aspect ratio of your phone. Please watch it before commenting. Anyway, here it is from the base PS2 resolution, bumped to 5K, then with the blur fixes, followed by the HD textures, and lastly with contrast and color correction, or from start all the way to finished product. Praise emulation in the name of Koji with the sun. Amen.